Well, good evening and welcome to the broadcast tonight, the 21st day of August 2024. My name is Sammy Adika and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Mureithi. Now, hours after a contentious late-night voting session confirming her impeachment, Meru County Governor Kawira Mwangaza can now breathe, but for a while after the High Court suspended the Senate's decision to remove her from office. Justice Bahati Mwamuye issued the orders after Kawira Mwangaza, through her advocate Elias Mutuma, argued that the Senate allowed the reintroduction of the same charges as those that the Senate had found to have been unconfirmed in the previous motion of 2023 without interrogating the evidence. The order came hours after Senate Speaker Amason Kingi had swiftly gazetted Mwangaza's impeachment, technically rendering her jobless. Now, the matter will be mentioned on September 17th to confirm compliance and to take a priority date for highlighting written submission. Let's listen in to what transpired Tuesday night during her impeachment hearing.
This Honorable Senator, Deputy Speaker of this House, is heard in many meetings, like the one we've just seen the clip here. The MCAs are planning on how to impeach the governor immediately after we left here, and then they ask for comments from the Honorable Deputy Speaker of this House. He stands, and the video has been played here, and say, we as circumcised men, we will make sure that we assist you, honorable members, in whatever way. We will assist you, and the assistance that he gives to the MCAs is to make sure that they impeach me as many times as possible. In fact, he promises them immediately after they leave River Kadita to this end, he will take care of this house. I don't know how he will take care of this house, but honorable senators, the deputy, my senator, whom I give a lot of respect, has greatly interfered with the running of the county government of Meru.
Nays 1, abstention 14. So the ayes have it. Now, honorable senators, the result of the divisions indicate that the Senate has upheld the following impeachment charges. Charge number 1, gross violation of the Constitution and any other law. Charge number 2, gross misconduct. Charge number 3, abuse of office. Now, honorable senators, pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution, Section 33 of the County Government Act, and Standing Order 86 of the Senate Standing Orders, the Senate has resolved to remove from office by impeachment Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, the Governor of Meru County, and the Governor accordingly ceases to hold office. I thank you.
Well, we are all waiting to see how her case will transpire. Will she survive this time round? And will the court make sure that she gets back her position as the third Meru County boss? Now, 5 police officers suspected of helping alleged Kware serial killer Collins Jumaisi and 12 Eritreans break out of Gigiri police station will remain in custody until Thursday, when Senior Principal Magistrate Martha Nanzoshi will deliver a ruling on the miscellaneous application seeking to detain the suspects for 14 more days pending investigation. The 5, Ronald Babo, Evans Kipkirui, Molent Achieng, Zachary Nyabuto and Gerald Mutuku were arrested after acting National Police Boss Gilbert Masengeli noted that their preliminary investigations indicate that the escape was aided by insiders. Well, that is quite an interesting turn of events right there. We are all waiting to see how the matter will transpire, and will Collins Jumaisi be arrested? Will the police catch up with him and the 12 Eritreans? Now, away from that and on matters politics, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has called on leaders to keep off succession politics and concentrate on activities aimed at improving the lives of Kenyans. Speaking in Githunguri, Kiambu County, the DP called on lawmakers to give priority to enactment of the Cooperative Societies Bill, whose objective is to entrench fiscal discipline in SACCOs and provide for a legal framework that promotes a sustainable and competitive cooperative sector. Gachagua further called on political leaders to shun divisive politics for the benefit of a united country.
What has happened is that kwa sababu ya the tight fiscal space, unajua ile pesa tunaweka kwa budget ni ile pia tunaokota. So we are putting the money in the budget in stages. So ile imewekwa ya cherry fund ni ya kuanzia, then in revised estimate tutaongeza. Pia kwa ile deni tumeweka 7 billion shillings. Kwanza tumeweka bilioni 2 kabla tusota utii madeni. Tulipe hiyo 2 alafu tuongeze wengine 5. There is no problem. Hiyo ni kitu tumepanga na rais na iko mzuri. But tunataka kuambia wale wenye vyama vya ushirika, tukilipia nyinyi hii deni, msirudi kuchukua deni nyingine, because that is what has been happening. So mambo ya kahawa inaenda vizuri, and I'm happy watu ya hapa Githunguri ni wakulima ya kahawa, majani chai na maziwa, na sana maziwa mmefaulu sana. Mambo ya kahawa, majani chai na maziwa nilipewa na rais na tumengangana. Na ilikuwa kazi ngumu, but we are getting somewhere. Na ile shida tuko nayo sana ni mambo ya governance katika societies. Na tungetaka kuomba bunge la kitaifa, tuko na coffee bill pale, you fast track for us, and the cooperative bill, so that tukue na watu ambaye wako na integrity kuongoza societies zetu. And I want to, in a very special, in a very big way, to thank Mheshimiwa wa Mushomba. Aliingilia mambo ya societies, wakachagua vijana barubaru, na tumeanza kuona matunda ya rate hapa Githunguri. I want to ask our members of parliament and senators to take keen interest ya wale watu wanachaguliwa katika vyama vya ushirika. Tutafute watu.com, educated young people who have a future, so that watu waongoze hizo vyama.
Now, President William Ruto is set to officially launch Raila Odinga's AUC candidacy bid on 27th August 2024. In a joint press briefing, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi noted that Odinga's candidacy represents numerous aspects of Kenya and urged Kenyans to rally behind the former Prime Minister. Unveiling his campaign team comprising of former Nyeri County Deputy Governor Caroline Karugu, the ODM party leader thanked the Kenyan government for supporting his AUC candidature, noting that he definitely will clinch the position with the help of Kenyans.
Honorable Raila Odinga represents Kenya's voice, values, and aspirations on the continent. As he steps forward, let us stand with him, not just as a government, but as a united people. At this stage, let me just say that it is also programmed that next week, on the 27th of August 2024, His Excellency President Ruto will be formally launching the candidacy of the Kenyan candidate in the name of Raila Odinga.
I had very extensive discussions about my candidature, because as you know, since we were here last time, a lot of water under the bridge. I have had an occasion to travel across the continent, meeting with different leaders of the continent. And I just want to say that I've been very pleased and impressed with the optimism that these leaders are expressing regarding the African Union. African Union is the vehicle that was founded by the founding fathers of our nation. And the intention was to try to unite Africa. You remember Kwame Nkrumah said that Africa must unite. Unite or we perish.
Now on matters labor, the Ministry of Labor is now seeking strategies on how to enhance labor migration and benefits to Kenyans seeking employment overseas. Labor Cabinet Secretary Alfred Mutua says the ministry is on the move to improve the recruitment process, access high-quality jobs in international labor markets. And as our reporter Dolly Mwiregimbovi reports, the ministry also seeks to empower recruitment agencies to work more effectively in securing jobs for the Kenyan people.
A day after Labour Cabinet Secretary Alfred Mutua met with Quotables Francis Atwoli in a bid to foster dialogue and promote harmony within the labour sector,
Alfred Mutua.
Wednesday morning, the CS held a meeting with private recruitment agencies. This comes in the wake of growing number of job opportunities abroad for Kenyan workers, despite the rogue recruitment agencies thwarting the industry. Addressing concerns that have been raised for the longest time, Mutua vowed to ensure that the rights of Kenyan workers are safeguarded.
But you've got a lot of cork agencies. Tunawakora huko nje. Wanawalagai watu wetu wengi sana, si ndio? Walagai watu wetu na niliwapatia notice juzi. Kwa hivyo kama uko hapa and you're operating na jua kali mana, get licensed, otherwise we will deal with you and will not be very polite.
The meeting also provided time to the recruitment agencies to pour out their concerns, with most of them decrying the operation of rogue agencies benefiting at the expense of registered agencies.
Mimi natoa, nikipata zinarudi. That's why you see most of these directors here, they look very rich, but they are very broke. We are very broke. We are tired.
James Marado anakupatia pesa na kwamba tufungue business na wewe tuanze kazi. Unapata mwingine ameona wivu kwa vile ya mtu fulani naenda yake iendi. Yeye akienda kwa system yake kufungia, umefungiwa na hizo zingine zilobaki. Sasa nilikuwa naomba serikali yetu, under National Employment Authority, na sisi pia tuwe na uwezo. Under National Employment Authority tuwe na system. Msaudi yoyote na akitukosea sisi kama wa Kenya, there are a lot of issues ambao Wasaudi tukiongelesha, hata tukiongelesha Musanet system, they don't reply to us.
The Labour CS emphasized on the need to respect the rights of both employees and employers, noting that some of the challenges in the industry, including welfare of migrant workers and holding of travel documents, need to be put to sleep.
People traveling with fake documents or without proper travel documents. Cases of employment agencies in Kenya receiving commissions from foreign employers but declining to deliver. I thought it only happened here to lawyers. Saona hata nyinyi mmeshika hiyo ugonjwa. Mnalipa lakini hamulipi. Presentation of fake or forged documents, police clearance, academic certificates, training certificates. Yesterday at NEA, we were looking at names sent by some of you for clearance. Unaangalia msichana ameandikwa hapo, kijana ameandikwa hapo, alienda hii shule, tunaangalia, we follow up, wakaangalia computer, wakapiga nita, wakakuta huyo mtu ni fake. Mnyinyi mnasema ametrain, hajatrain.
CS Mutua, however, asked the agencies to structure a system for the Kenyan working overseas to have a retirement plan for the betterment of the future. Dolly Mwiregimbovi for Hope TV, Nairobi.
Well, many thanks, Dolly Mwiregimbovi, for the report right there. The Exploit Church, in partnership with other members of the clergy, led a procession dubbed the Healing of the Nation ahead of the ongoing Heaven's Fire Prayer Summit at Uhuru Park. The summit is an annual Christian event whose main aim is praying for the nation. Organized by Apostle Julius Subi of Highway of Holiness Ministries, this year's event focuses on praying for peace for Kenya, especially now that the country has been experiencing instability and a series of demonstrations that have led to bloodshed.
Christians from across the country occupied the streets of Nairobi, led by various leaders of the clergy in procession ahead of this year's Heaven's Fire Summit, themed Kingdom Takeover that is ongoing at Uhuru Park in Nairobi. The procession began at Uhuru Park and the praying Christians walked along the streets of Nairobi, praying and advocating for the peace of the nation. This year's prayer summit was organized by the Exploit Church of Kenya, Apostle Julius Subi of Highway of Holiness Ministries, and several other prominent members of the clergy. The main aim of this year's prayer event was to cleanse the nation that has been facing political instability and has seen a series of protests that have led to destruction and bloodshed. Apostle David Juma gave words of advice to the nation, and specifically to the Gen Z youth who have been at the forefront of the recent demonstration. He asked them to continue embracing unity with the government so as to avoid violence as a way of maintaining peace in the nation. This as he invited the youth from across the nation to join them in the prayers that began on the 20th of August through to the 25th of August at Uhuru Park.
Kenya is not just for Gen Zs. Kenya is not for the old people. Kenya is not just for women or leaders. Kenya is for everybody. The only thing we need to know, we have come a long way as a country and we have a constitution. So we appeal to our leaders to follow the rule of law and what our constitution says.
Our call for the Gen Zs at this particular time is that at the end of the day, our Kenyan problem is far way spiritual than we think at the moment. And therefore, as a church, we are here to tell us that we may try some efforts here and there, but the challenge of the nation of Kenya is purely spiritual.
Yes. Kenya's soil will not drink blood.
For Hope TV Newswatch, I'm Ian Gethuku.
Well, many thanks, Ian Gethuku. Right there, Kenya's commitment to advancing research and innovation has reached a new milestone with the launch of the country's first ever National Research Festival. Organized by the National Research Fund in collaboration with the Young Scientists Kenya, the landmark event unites students, budding scientists and seasoned researchers to showcase groundbreaking projects poised to drive Kenya's socio-economic growth and open new frontiers in science. Let's listen in.
This festival is particularly significant because it fosters meaningful discourse, ignites synergies, and promotes growth through the exchange of knowledge within our research ecosystem. The theme of this festival, Research Partnerships and Collaboration for Socio-Economic Transformation, underscores the essence of how research should be conducted through partnerships and collaboration.
This festival, therefore, accords us a unique platform for cultivating relevant and insightful discussions, promoting synergies and strengthening both domestic and international collaborations, which are critical levers of development in today's interconnected world.
And so ours is to encourage the students who feel that they have a reason to appeal to go to the portal www.hef.co.ke. I encourage students who feel they have an issue to raise, to be reviewed, their capacities and their banding, to go to the portal www.hef.co.ke. All the issues will be processed within a period of 3 weeks.
Open your eyes very wide. We had a lot of young secondary university students in this meeting. We are transferring the ideas and actually brainwashing them positively to appreciate, accept, and get indulged in research, and know that research is time-consuming, is a continuous continuum affair that you cannot leave to the older people to go back and disappear with. So really, I think the ministry, with the industrialists and the other persons who supported us, made it possible to bring in young persons to now note what we do.
Well, now on matters education, Embu County Education Department has collaborated with the Postal Kenya Corporation to aid in delivery of bursary checks to learning institutions across the country. According to the County Executive CEC Daniel Ngeranwa, the collaboration will help ensure checks reach beneficiaries' institutions in time, as it has been the case for a while now. Ngeranwa further noted that conducting disbursement centrally from the county headquarters has proven to be a great challenge before, which led to lack of acknowledgement of receipts for checks delivered.
We've had a lot of problems in the past because we have not been able to disperse the checks effectively due to the fact that some of the schools where the checks are involved are outside the county. So on days when we do disbursement of checks, normally we do it centrally in our county, where we invite all our principals to come and write acknowledgement of receipts for the checks we disperse to schools. But we find problems with other checks which are sent in schools out of the county, because normally it's very difficult to assemble everybody involved in this process. So today we have come with a solution, because leveraging on their good network, the Postal Corporation, we will be able to solve this problem of getting acknowledgement of the checks dispersed to all the schools in all parts of the country. This is because they have come with a very good network where they are able to do the disbursement within 7 days. And I think that will be pretty good for us. And in the future, now and in the future, we are not going to have any audit queries concerning this matter.
Well, now heading to the North Rift region, West Pokot County Governor Simon Kachapin has reiterated his commitment in fighting livestock diseases to ensure farmers do not suffer losses as previously recorded. Speaking in Kerelwa during the launch of a cattle dip to help the area livestock farmers in fighting ticks, which has been a major challenge in the region, Governor Kachapin noted that the county's livestock department is set to ensure every farmers benefit from the project. Now, more than 50% of West Pokot County residents depend on livestock as their major income-generating activity, hence the need to initiate such projects to caution them.
Na tumefanya hivyo kwa makusudi kwa sababu tunajua wakulima siku hizi wameweza kufanya ile wenyewe nyunyisia ama kuspray ng'ombe yao kwa nyumbani, lakini hii ndio the most effective, ama hii ndio zaidi ya muhimu. Kwa hiyo mimi kama gavana tunajua mambo ya diseases ama magonjwa ya ng'ombe zaidi ni kwa sababu ya ticks na ambayo inaleta magonjwa mengi. Kwa hivyo tumefanya hii makusudi ili tuone kwamba kaunti yetu mifuko inakuja kwa mzuri na uchumi ya kaunti yetu iende mbele.
Now on matters of business, Cabinet Secretary for Investment, Trade and Industry, Salim Vuria, has issued a stern warning to investors holding licenses within the special economic zones. Speaking in Naivasha, Vuria reiterated the Kenya Kwanza government's commitment to ensuring timely investment and development within the special economic zones. The CS further directed the Special Economic Zones Authority to ensure all investors who fail to set up operations within 1 year of receiving licenses have been withdrawn.
In Naivasha Special Economic Zone, we have a lineup of around 19 companies who have already submitted their applications. 11 of them have already been cleared, and now they are processing to come to the ground. So this is a very, very unique opportunity for our country to ensure that we continue to create an ease of doing business environment to attract more investment. We also note that there are investors who are holding on to licenses beyond 1 year. And what I have said is that we are giving every investor 6 months to report to the ground, and if they don't report, then we go to the next person. We are doing this because we have really been putting a lot of incentives to ensure that we attract investors, including making sure that they have cheap power. You know, so we cannot hold the land here for more than 1 year waiting for one investor, and we have many who want to come.
Now, Absa Bank Kenya has announced plans to expand its reach with over 17,000 agency service outlets across the country in 2 years. The project aims to enhance accessibility to essential financial services for individuals and businesses within their localities, offering the convenience of conducting cash deposits, withdrawals and other transactions through third-party outlets. Now, the expansion is a strategic step toward meeting the bank's long-term growth and financial inclusion goals. Absa Bank Kenya Managing Director and CEO Abdi Mohamed has reiterated on the bank's commitment to supporting customers' growth and offering solutions to enable them meet their financial needs.
Leo tumefurahi sana kama Absa Bank katika uzinduzi huu ambao tunazindua agency banking kusaidia kufikisha huduma zetu katika sehemu mbalimbali nchini Kenya. Wateja wetu wakati mwingi wametuitisha na wanatuuliza ya kwamba Absa na huduma za Absa ni nzuri, lakini tunahitaji Absa iwe karibu na sisi. Kwa hiyo hii agency banking ambayo tunazindua leo, tunasema kwa wateja wetu wote katika nchi ya Kenya, sisi kama Absa tupo ulipo, na tutahakikisha ya kwamba huduma zetu zinafika katika kaunti zote za nchi yetu ya Kenya.
Well, the report marks the end of Newswatch tonight. My name is Sammy Adika, and our sign language interpreter is Boniface Mureithi. Do have a wonderful night. See you tomorrow.